Anthony Joshua break his public silence for the first time since the crash. In a post that was shared to Instagram, the world heavyweight champion released an image alongside what appears to be perhaps the parents of Gami and Ayodele, offering a quiet but powerful tribute to two men.
People came out to show their respects, but they also came out to support Anthony Joshua, because what must he be going through right now? Yeah.
Anthony Joshua was overcome with emotion at the funeral of Tsunami and Latif Lats Ayodele after being released from a hospital in Lagos, where he received treatment following the tragic accident that took the lives of his close friends. Joshua returned to UK to attend the service at the London Central Mosque. During the ceremony, the usually composed boxer openly showed his pain, making it clear how deeply the losses impacted him. After leaving the hospital and traveling back to the UK for the funerals of Sinagami and Latif Lats Ayodele, Oz made his first post on social media. He shared images on Instagram showing him alongside the victims' family members, accompanied by the short caption, "My brother's keeper." The post served as a touching tribute to the two men he had lost. Spencer Fearon's brief interaction with Anthony Joshua captured the depth of emotion Joshua carried during the funeral. Without exchanging words, AJ's presence and their short embrace spoke volumes about the weight of his grief. Inside the London Central Mosque, a place of remembrance and quiet reflection, Joshua was not the heavyweight champion known to the world. He was a friend mourning the loss of brothers he loved dearly.
I was walking out because I wasn't going to go say anything to him. I was walking out, then I got a tap on the shoulder. I turned around, it was Anthony Joshua. You know what I mean? And we had a brief chat and a little embrace and that. And then I left. But it was, funerals are never good. But
Anthony Joshua's first message following the tragic loss reflected his pain in a quiet, sincere way. In a photo where he sat alongside the families of Sina and Latif Lats Ayodele, the caption, "My brother's keeper," carried far more meaning than words about boxing ever could. It was a promise of remembrance, an expression of loyalty to two men who were more than friends to him. His sorrow came across as raw, genuine, and deeply human.
And this is Anthony Joshua's first post since the tragic accident, okay? This came from his social media, and of course, if you guys didn't see it in the preview of the video, it was simple but strong and powerful. And it stated, "My brother's keeper." And in this situation, it means that he's going to take care of everything. He's responsible for his brothers.
Johnny Nelson's comments on us capture the emotional core of the tragedy. The sudden loss of two of Anthony Joshua's closest companions, men he relied on both professionally and personally, has clearly left the heavyweight deeply affected. This was not the loss of teammates or co-workers. It was the pain of losing brothers, a burden that will remain with him and with the families left behind.
Talk about these two young men that lost their lives and their families, how it's affected their families. So you want to concentrate on AJ. How's it going to affect AJ? Instead of concentrating on how's it affected the people that have lost their children.
Reflections highlight the heavy, lingering sorrow AJ is experiencing. When loss touches those closest to you, unanswerable questions arrive without warning. Anthony Joshua may be conditioned for conflict in ring, but nothing prepares someone for grief of this scale. The moment serves as a stark reminder that beyond sport, life is uncertain, and loss makes no exceptions for reputation, power, or achievement.
You look at it's always the people that are the best, or, that end up going first. And you examine well, why wasn't it me, or why did this have to happen?
Anthony Joshua's words following the funeral revealed how deeply the tragedy has affected him beyond his success in boxing. Stripped of titles and public recognition, he was faced with a powerful realization. True worth lies in the people who stand beside you. The sudden loss of Sina and Lat has clearly shifted his outlook, serving as a reminder that shared moments, lasting memories, and loyalty outweigh any achievement inside the ring.
Just trying to find happiness within yourself. True blessing is actually making into this earth. Everyone dies some stage. So I think across the board, one has to be happy inside. No matter about the material possession one owns, how that's a car and driving. Very, very careful of other people we choose to hang around with and associate them, because you soon become like the people who spend most of his hell. The sheep comes around with lions, she receive it on an eye. So pick your friends and your circle wisely. My sister the kids is it starts to flourish and grow, and blossom, and rather than perish, made away and died. So look at the environment, it's the same thing.
Darrell Miller's reaction captures just how deeply this tragedy affected the boxing world. Even those who weren't close to Anthony Joshua felt the weight of his loss. No athlete, no matter how strong, is prepared for the sudden death of brothers. Miller's words reflect what fans everywhere have sensed. This was not about a match or a headline. It was a devastating, life-altering loss. Seeing Joshua, someone who has faced the toughest battles in the ring, confronted with such raw grief reminds everyone that true heartbreak goes beyond competition. It's profoundly human.
You don't know what other people are going through. And even though AJ,
Johnny Nelson reminded fans that behind the spotlight of boxing, Anthony Joshua's friends were real people with families who loved them. Losing someone so close in an instant changes everything. This tragedy has made not only Joshua, but many others reflect on life's fragility, the value of the time we have, and how deep pain and loss run, far beyond anything experienced in a boxing ring.
It's just sad. It just makes you realise how valuable life is and how things can change in a heartbeat. So when we talk about fights and we talk about beefs and these things are just nothing when it comes to real life and losing your life. So it was a sad thing to hear, a sad thing to see. God knows how it'll affect those that saw it mentally, emotionally. But you've got to think about these two men who were somebody's child, someone's brother. And that's what you've got to think about, those people that have lost their lives.
Payname's comment underscores just how devastating the crash was. Anthony Joshua might be a fierce competitor in the ring, but enduring a violent accident that instantly took the lives of two of his closest companions affects even the strongest fighters at their core. The emotional and psychological healing from an experience like this will be just as challenging as recovering from any serious physical injury.
It's such a severe car accident there. Like, all right, he's lucky enough to still be alive, but fuck me, his body must be going through a lot right there. This is not a man who winces in pain easily, right? He gets punched for a living. And obviously, like, you're supposed to take people out of car accidents like that with great care because you don't want to...
Tragedy didn't just bring sorrow. It also set in motion a legal process in Nigeria. Officials have formally charged the driver of the Lexus SUV involved in the crash with multiple offenses, including dangerous and reckless driving causing death, as well as driving without due care and without a valid national driver's license. The case was brought before a magistrate's court, and the driver was granted bail, with a hearing scheduled to continue later this month. These charges reflect how Nigerian law seeks accountability in fatal road accidents, even as the focus remains on a human loss and the grief of Anthony Joshua and the families of his late friends.
Now, Nigerian police sources has indicated that Adeniyi will be facing some serious felony charges for reckless driving. And I know a lot of you guys are curious, such as I, on, what would be the punishment or the penalty for reckless driving in Nigeria. So I looked it up, and if you are a reckless driver in Nigeria and you cause a fatality on a federal road, that is up to 7 years.
Payname's reaction highlights that the impact of the crash goes far beyond physical injuries. It shows the emotional toll the accident has taken on Anthony Joshua. The Lexus SUV he was traveling in collided with a stationary truck on a major highway in Nigeria, killing 2 of his closest team members and friends instantly. Strength coach Sina and trainer Latif Lats, ideal. Joshua walked away with only minor injuries, but surviving an accident that claimed the lives of people he trusted deeply can leave emotional wounds that no amount of toughness can heal. Even though he is known for his resilience in the ring, experiencing loss on this scale can linger in the mind long after the physical pain fades.
Alright, he's lucky enough to still be alive, but fuck me, his body must be going through a lot right there. This is not a man who winces in pain easily, right? He gets punched for a living. And obviously, like, you're supposed to take people out of car accidents like that with great care because you don't want to...
Hearn's words underline the heavy sense of responsibility Anthony Joshua now carries beyond his achievements in the ring. After the tragic car accident in Nigeria that claimed the lives of 2 of Joshua's closest friends and team members, strength coach Sina and trainer Latif Lats, ideal. Hearn emphasized the importance of supporting the victims' families during this painful time. Lty.
JJ, you're one lucky lad. God bless you, I'm glad you're alive again. Shocked me, it has. Terrible. Anyway, good luck everybody and try and enjoy the new year as much as you can and be safe, yeah?
John Fury's message of support for Anthony Joshua reflects what many people around the world are feeling right now. Relief that Joshua survived the crash in Nigeria, and heartbreak over the price he paid in losing 2 close friends and team members. After a deadly collision on the Lagos-Ibadan Expressway that killed Sina Gami, Joshua's strength and conditioning coach, and Latif Lats, ideal, one of his trainers, figures across the sport expressed sympathy and solidarity.
Okay. So Anthony Joshua appeared on chat shows, crossed over as a celebrity, a fighter, without being a celebrity.
Gareth A. Davis's remarks about fight plans unintentionally highlight just how small boxing talk feels compared to a real tragedy. Before the crash in Nigeria that killed 2 of Anthony Joshua's closest team members, strength coach Sina and trainer Latif Lats, ideal. Discussions about AJ's next opponent or strategy were among the biggest talking points in the sport.